welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys, it's our camper van build. So we're going to do stage 75 or build the Volkswagen camper van, and we're going to be working on some electrics today, which is absolutely amazing. We're actually going to be fitting the battery box, the switch and the circuit board into the camper van. I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this issue probably since stage one, really, when we first started. The electrics are always sometimes the most favourable part for me. Now I have sort of tried to foolproof my electrics, and I'll explain more of that when we get up to the build table. Sometimes the connections on these electrics are not the best, and sometimes things break. So what I try to do is, before I start fitting these things in, is I try and foolproof them. I've done that for a while now, and it really does pay dividends in the end. So that these things don't get damaged or the terminals don't get loose. But I'll explain that when we get up to the build table, which we might as well do now. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so we're going to start working on the electrics. Now we do get some parts in this issue, stage 75. These are more for the side door. We're not starting on these. We've actually still got the parts from 74 and 75. So, yeah, we're stocking up on parts. Seems to be the thing with D'Agostini, that we like to do this. But what we need to do is we need to bring our battery box across. Now, what I mean by sort of future-proof the terminals on this is, all I've done is I've just added a bit of hot glue just to the terminal ends there. Now what that does is it just holds that wire in place. These things have got the habit of coming loose, and if you do that, you're going to have to resolder it. Now that isn't a problem, but if you can solve it from the start, it just makes dividends in the end. But what we're going to need is our switch, and again, the terminals underneath this, I've also hot glued them, because yet again they tend to come off as well. So what we need to do is we need to feed this down through the hole just on the end of the battery box. Just like that. And then it wants us to push this into position. Just like so. Okay, so what we need to do next is we need to bring over the chassis of the vehicle, which is this thing here. Looking humongous now, it really is. Now we're going to be working on the front section here, and what he wants us to do is wants us to put this in place. This is just going to fit on just to here. There's a couple of points that it fits onto. There we go, that's clicked into place. And then we need to secure that in with some BD03 screws. Now these screws we've had in the previous issue. We need 3 of them. Now I always make sure I save my screws. So I've got all these ready to go. And we are going to be going into metal, so it is better that we get some 3-in-1 oil out ready to go. And we should only need 3 in this one, so I don't know why I've got 4 out. Oh, came off the screwdriver. That's the first one going in there. That's the second one going in there. And then the third and final one. It's nice to have the battery box in place, because we can more or less, that's just rounding itself, so it's not lined up. So 2 seconds I'll just sort this out. Yeah, it's just going in at the side a little bit, and I don't want it to do that. So there we go, that's going in properly now. Okay, I'll just put that BD03 screw back. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Right, so next we're going to be working on this side of the vehicle. And we are going to be fitting the circuit board, which is here. And we've also got this little plastic piece. Now what we need to do is we need to put that plastic piece in place. It is going to go on more or less like that. Then we need to get our circuit board. Just being very, very careful here. Now we need to make sure this goes the right way around. Now if you notice, we've got these long terminals here. They need to be facing the front of the vehicle. Okay. And then we need to screw that down with 2 BD04 screws. Again, they're in my screw tops, so I'll just grab 2 of them. Now, it's a little bit strange that we're only using 4 screws in this. So, yeah, it's a little bit strange that we're, only using 2 screws in this, but there must be a reason. So I'm just going to bring this closer to me just so I can line this up properly, because I need to have just a closer gander at it. Right, okay. And I'm just going to get the other one on the other side, just so that I know where I am. Now what I am worried about is this circuit board sort of bending upwards. Coming that into view now. And it does do that in the magazine. So I think I would have preferred this if it was down with 4 screws instead of just 2. But yeah, you see, you look at that there, it's bending. You don't really want that. Well, nothing really you can do about it. Okay, right, so we've completed that part. Right, now next thing we need to do is we need to bring the wires coming from the switch and the battery box, and it wants us to sort of neaten these to go in this channel just here, using the connectors that we've got in the previous issue. Well, issue 73, so what was the previous issue? So let's see how they're doing this. So it doesn't matter if they're overhanging a little bit. Well, I like to try and get things as neat as possible. And I don't want them to stretch anything as well, so I'm happy with them there. So I'll push that into place, and then we've just got another one just up here. That's just going to keep them wires into place. And then we need to plug these in. Now these are actually going over to the other side of the circuit board. Now number 3 is the switch, and that's going closer to the screw. So 3 is there, the middle one. So we'll put that in place. Okay, that's number 3 in. And then number 5 is just going to sit next to it. Just over there. Just like that. So that's now all connected in, as you can see. Next, what we need to do is we need to flip the car over. Just like so, because we've just got a bit of detail from underneath we need to put in. So we've got the horn that we're going to put in. So that's just going to simply slot in just down there, and then we screw that in from the other side with a BP04 screw. It's really going through all the screws today. So get that lined up. This is a nice chunk of something to do, which is great. Okay. You won't see this on camera, but I'm just getting that screw in. Just like so. Looking great. So that's going to be our horn on the car. Next, on this side as well, just at the front, we've got this piece here. Now, how the does that fit on? I'm just looking at this. Right, okay, so it's going to go on. This is just going to go on just on there. Okay, so that's how that's going to fit on. And we need to screw that in with the BP04 screw. So another one of them. So it goes into a hole just down. I'm just getting that in now. Okay, that seems to have come out. Maybe I went a bit too hard, but we can solve that. I can easily solve that by basically putting some super glue in the hole. Here we have it. Got a bit here. I'm just going to couple of bobs of super glue just on top. I'm going to get my little dabber that I use, stick that down into there. Okay. I don't normally do tips on this channel, but there's always time for something new. I'll stick that onto there, that onto there, get the screw, and we're just going to screw it back in. That'll all be fixed in, it'll all just secure in place. Okay, and if you just leave that to dry for a bit, that'll just secure it all in place and it really just won't move. Well, that's the theory anyway. Whether that happens is a different matter. I'm just going to hold that on there. Oh no, it's come off. Right, well that should have worked, but it hasn't done. So let's just try bobbing a bit of glue onto the peg where it goes in, a bit of glue onto there, a bit of glue under the armpits, only kidding. Put it on the right way. Now put the screw in and kind of hold it. And I believe that is all we have to do in this issue. Yes, so that's now in place, that's rock solid. So we've got our circuit board in there, we've got our battery box and switch in there, and we've got our little bits of detail. That's now rock solid, which is great. So that is stage 75 complete. Well guys, that's it for the camper van today. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, okay, everything went well on that one, apart from that obviously breaking the thread on that screw on the last one. But I showed my mistakes. I'm fair on that one. It definitely broke, and that's how you fix it. Secure it with a bit of glue, try and put some glue on the thread and screw it in. So yeah, really looking interesting, and it's nice to have the circuit board in finally. It finally looks like we are actually getting on with this camper van now, and I received another pack again for my next lot, and we are just going to continue with the doors. And then on the last one of the pack, the last stage, let's get to the front of the vehicle, and we haven't done that since issue 1. So we're finally going to use something in issue 1. Attach it onto something. Cannot wait, guys. Cannot wait. Anyway, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you're notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.